I am poetry. I am the living experience. I am the lifelong proof. Color me the poetry of nothing but the truth. Color me a love child.
Hi, welcome to another exciting edition of Color Me Poetry. I'm poet Danny Queen, and today we have a young lady with us, a beautiful young lady, and she is an artist of the highest degree. All kinds of music. I mean, she does rap, and she does so many creative things, and we'd like to welcome Kia to the show. Give us your name.
Kelowlatesha. Thank you, Danny Queen. I appreciate it. I grew up reading your poetry, so I appreciate it.
Oh wow! I've been doing it for a long time, so I really thank you for that. So you knew how to
Danny Queen saw me grow up, saw the views or whatever. So he's gonna call me what he know. You can just call me Key because he ain't called me my rap name growing up. So he's gonna let Danny Queen call me Key. But for everybody who's tuning in, it's Kelowlatesha, and if you my friend and you know how we do it, we keep it smooth. You can call me Butter, baby. But yeah, let's get into it.
All right, Sister Key. How long you been into the arts?
I feel like all my life.
Really?
Yeah, I started playing around with like vocal things when I was like in elementary school, and then like I dabbled in visual arts. It was a teacher who really took liking to me, and she saw some potential in me, and I started painting, and I started drawing a lot more in high school, and I was doing some videos and stuff, but it was just really recently, like this year, where I took it so
to another level.
Yeah.
Wow. But it started way back.
It's always been around. Like I have a family that's just kind of creative too. My older sister, she's real creative. My younger sister, creative. I think we might get it from our mom. She's real creative too. And then my dad, he's just a thinker. So it's just like I think those different influences help with the art.
Wow, yeah, and that goes deep. But you may have other family members like cousins or musicians or something like that you know of. An uncle who played guitar or something?
Nah,
Not that you know of?
Not really. I'm so impressed and like so intrigued when I do find like different friends and peers who have family members who are really into the music or whatever, because it gives them guidance and everything.
And discipline.
And it shows them a way. I didn't really have that, but I adopted many brothers and sisters along my journey.
Because you don't really have a brother.
Yeah, but I'm saying like as family and friends. I mean, I adopted them as family and friends to show me guidance, because no one really showed me, like through the music industry, or no one showed me necessarily, close by that doesn't want anything from you because they family. I didn't have that guidance, so it was people that I adopted that I just met along my journey, whether they were younger than me or they were older than me. I learned a lot from many people.
Now, as a child, young person coming when you were in school, did you ever take like any music or band or anything like that?
No. But I highly recommend anybody who's maybe way younger and you in high school, whatever, like you should.
Why?
Because you get to understand music in a different way. You get to see music theory. You get to learn keys. I want to get into production. I've made a few beats, but I really want to like try to get into it maybe like in these next few months. But when I record, because I record myself. Right.
But that's a whole nother kind of animal though when you get to production.
Oh yeah. But then it's also a whole nother animal of ownership too.
Yes,
and that's the whole key thing.
Yeah, when I talk
that, like,
about
I
that
want to
too.
learn, and I don't really want to like. But I do love working with other people, and don't get me wrong. But it's like sometimes you gotta wait to get what you want, and it's like they could send you a beat pack, they could send you an instrumental pack, they could make it right there in front of you, and it sounds so dope. And it's not that it's bad, but it's not necessarily your vibe at the moment,
Somebody else has done.
And it's just like if you learn how to make it yourself, you can just orchestrate every feeling and every sound, because they could be making something crazy and it's like it hit, but it might be so energetic and you might be real chill, like how I am right now, and it's like I can't really write to this, or it might be real smooth and real subtle, but like you might be in like a raging state where you really just want to scream and you want to yell, and that's it hit, but it's not for you. So if you learn production, it's like going to take your music to the whole level, and you going to own the whole song. Because when someone else makes it, it's half owned.
Yeah, but when you get into production, you have to know your weakness and your strength, and what fits you and what doesn't. That's part of it, and know what feels good to you. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it too. But writing also, you're very interested in writing and controlling that writing, that production.
Yeah, writing, that's something I could say, you know, I ain't gotta lean nobody or necessarily I need assistance with. I just take hold of that and I got the full control, ownership of that. That's something else too. You got a lot of singers, you have even rappers too, where they don't necessarily write, but their voice stands alone on something else. But
so you mean sometimes there are other people who write and produce for them, they just come in and do the project, they don't necessarily own it?
Say that again.
Like other artists who don't necessarily write their own raps. Are the other people who write raps for them and they come in as the artist and do it?
I mean, I know people who do that. I don't do that. And that's why I own what I say. I own I own 50% of my music. Because when basically if a person makes the beat and someone who's the composer, both are composers, but one is composing of music and the other is composing of the lyrics. So as of right now, that's why I'm working on trying to learn how to make production, because then I can own 100% of the song. I wrote the song and I wrote the beat. But yeah, people.
And you want to learn how to produce it as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I own the lyrics and I own the beat because I made the beat. So that's something I want to get into. But yeah, when people don't necessarily write their stuff, they own less than 50. If you're not making the beat, and then if you're not writing it, you're owning less than half of the song you've invested in.
But you want to own all of it.
That's what I'm trying to get to. I want to own all of it. I already own 50% of it because I make the beat. And for real, I could take more from it too, because I record the song, and a lot of times in post-production, which is like when you mix the song, I play with the beat. So I kind of... Yeah, I kind of reconstruct the beat sometimes. So in literal terms, I actually could take a little bit more from the production side too, because I changed the beat. Like there's people who do that in the industry. If they just change a few different things of the keys, which I change a lot of things in my songs. Like I might move the 808. I might
now wait a minute, you get deep on it. What's the 808?
I mean, that's like, it's a combination of the kick and a bigger bass or whatever. That's the way I would describe it. But I'm pretty sure a whole nother like musician who plays the different stuff, they're gonna call it something else. But I might move literally, if not the 808, I might move the kick over. I might move the snare over. I might double it up. And that part, I'm changing the beat and everything. And there's people like literal technical terms. I could own more of this song when I do that, but because I know we working together, I don't think that critical about it. Like, we 50-50, we came in this together type stuff. If you made the beat, and I'm just basically adding a little twist to it. But I know people in the industry who become big dogs.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't think twice.
You know what I'm saying? Those different execs, if they like, you know, I got this idea, they gonna want their credit. They're gonna want their percentage, and that's just what I'm saying. Like, I really want to like learn all aspects so I could be 100%.
So what about the business of music, though? Because that's so important. See, because I remember an old song by Gil Scott-Heron, and it was called Show Business. Got you hanging out of places you got no business. He said they'll guide your career for only 95%, and that leaves enough for 3-piece suits and paying the rent, something like that. He said. But the business of it, because a lot of times young people go into it, not just young people, sometimes people go into the business and don't really understand the business of music.
Yeah, and it can get real tricky. I was watching a few different interviews, and some people also at the same time when I bought the book, when I was getting my nails done, my nail tech was like, "Yo, did you get the picture of the book that I sent you? It's this book called Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business."
Yes, I know
and
that
it's
book.
by I forgot his first name, but Passman.
It's been around, yeah.
It's
a great book.
Yeah, that book has been very informative and helping me in different ways. And
So you read it from cover to cover?
No, not cover to cover. I just recently got it, but
okay.
I read half of it already, and it's strong.
Yeah,
it's strong.
You know
it lets you know different things, like from management to lawyers to basically how contracts can go. But you can do it.
Now, how old are you, kid?
I'm 26.
So you think a lot of young people your age getting into the business don't really focus on the business of it? They just want to play music. They just want to rap. They just want to sing. You think a lot of people your age, and even younger, don't really focus on the business? Of course they should.
Oh man, definitely. And especially right now, because I mean, I don't look at it this way, but a lot of people right now in this industry, they look at my age as older.
Really?
Because you got kids that's coming in that's 15, you know what I'm saying?
So you
hitting
get ready.
the charts and everything. But like,
Well,
you know,
ain't
at
but
15 or at
Right.
16, especially say if you come from a background like me where you don't have nobody in music,
Right. Yeah.
there's really no guidance there.
Well, yeah, but that has nothing to do with your creativity as an artist.
Yeah, nothing with your creativity.
Yeah.
But with someone who's been in the industry before, they can still show you the ropes of how
Yeah,
to handle
of
your
course.
business.
Yeah.
Necessarily not. I'm
And
not
that's
talking
what you
about
want.
creativity. I'm talking about like just
Okay.
guidance in the industry, how to move. You know what I'm saying, and know what to say and know how to get what you deserve at the end of the day.
So you being 26, so some people would look at you like a young old head.
I'm a young OG to a lot of these youngins, and I see
At 26, boy.
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's definitely a lot of youngins. Like, I could say, even right now, I could count more than the fingers on my hand that are about, like, in high school to about, like, at the highest, probably 21.
Oh, wow.
And it's more than 10 young men, and it's less young girls, but it's still more than that I can count on my hand that come to me and talk to me about, like, different suggestions, different things of questions and guidance of how to move. And many of them told me like just being around me, they learn like from watching how I might navigate through a room or how I talk to people and whatever, and just like not really trying to get taken advantage. But being a woman in the industry, it's so many different steps too I gotta take to not be taken advantage of.
Yeah,
because they gonna try to spin.
Well, I'm glad you said it because I wanted to talk about that too, being a young lady in the business as well. And, you know, what kind of reception have you got, you know, being a young lady in the business, behind the scenes and, of course, in public?
Well, I've been doing it for a while, and I could say, you know, I think I always stood out being a woman, but it was different disadvantages too, but I now really just don't even look at it like that. And at this present day, it's such a beautiful time because there's so many women taking over the music industry right now. It's a lot of emerging female artists and
producers.
And producers, and it's like it's a really exciting time, and I think
Sister,
right
you
now
rock.
right now it's moving better than it ever has because I think it's so many more. And just like anything, the majority when you lock in together, it's just going to be. It's going to be a bigger move.
Yeah.
I think the problem was before was it was a lot of division, and I think it was people whispering in the woman artist like in her ear, like you got to be the only one. You know what I'm saying? And it probably was their male peers too at the time, which they were working under their company, and they're like, I need you to be that woman of the industry. You know what I'm saying?
One.
Yeah, that one.
Well, why you want to be that one? Why not bring other sisters in?
I'm saying though, now that's what's going down, and I'm happy to see that. You know what I'm saying? But
that's opening up.
Yeah, that's opening up, and like you see more people working together, and not thinking like I have to be that it girl or it has to be only me, because for years that's what brothers been doing. They just always been pulling each other up and everything. So that's the same thing with female artists got to do, and any collective group needs to do. You know what I'm saying? They need to pull each other up instead of just thinking like, you know, I'm not fucking with them over there. You got to like work with one another, and
help
that's
each
how you
other in the
going
industry.
strong, because we stronger together than we are divided. But that's what this world.
So you're beginning to see more of that.
Oh yeah, because I've been doing it for a while, but I'm saying like this year, like I'm so excited. It's the best year. Right now you got two of the biggest artists, and one of them like okay, because before I'm talking about it, and I haven't really said it, but like Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj just did a record. Nicki Minaj is a really big artist, been running it for years.
Yeah, for a long time.
Or whatever. But Megan Thee Stallion, she's a young girl. She's in college. Her mother was once a rapper, which is really interesting and really cool to know. And it's like I could see she had guidance in a way. Her mother just passed away, which is sad. R.I.P. to her. And it's funny, when I was getting my nails done, I found this out before she had passed that her mother was a rapper. But yeah, like just within a year, she's exploded. She just signed a deal with Rock Nation, which you see her in the picture with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's the stuff you want to see. And it's like I see her supporting a bunch of other female artists too, Megan Thee Stallion. So it's like, I just like what she's representing for women in the industry.
And young artists.
Where like before that, to be real, you ain't see that.
You didn't see that before?
Yeah, you didn't really see that. I see Nicki doing it now. She did the song with her, but before that, it wasn't too many she was working with.
Well,
but I think she's doing it now because she's seeing like, oh, it's a lot more coming. You know what I'm saying? And you are, you know what I'm saying, an OG in the game, so it's like, it's time to pull us up.
Well, back in the day, we had Foxy Brown and Latifah, you know, like that. Yeah. But what, MC Light, you know.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm about to get so mad that I can't.
What? You can't think of.
Oh my gosh, I had a brain
I
fart
used to
right
love
now.
MC Light. Gotta get a roughneck, need a roughneck, you know.
Oh my gosh, because I just want to call her
Going way
Fuzzy
back.
right now, but it's a oh my gosh, because I call her Fuzzy. Damn, forgive me if she ever sees this, but she know who she is. And she was like the biggest artist in DC before, like the first artist to go gold.
Really?
Yeah, 5 in the morning. You remember 5 in the morning?
No, that's for me.
Okay, this is around your time. 5 in the morning. She was around the time with MC Light. Damn, I'm so mad.
She did a piece with MC Light?
I mean, she was around the same
That
time.
same
It was,
time.
you know what I'm saying?
Contemporaries,
But yeah, she went gold, and
wow.
she's the first artist I think in the DMV area to do that in the rap game. And I feel bad. Hopefully, it's gonna come back to me when we take a break, and I'm gonna come to it. But you know, shout out to her. She was a big guidance for me too. And like, yeah, because I actually knew her. I knew her nephews, which was like Avion Andromeda, Cal Rips, and they were great lyricists. And I found out that, you know, they got guidance from her, which was their aunt. And she's a big force. It's just so crazy how I'm calling her Fuzzy because that's what they called her and that's what we call her.
Well,
but that's not her rap name, but I'm going to get it for y'all. But like,
Okay.
yeah, it's women like that who paved the way for us.
Other influences from other genres, who have they been for you?
Other influences?
Yeah, not just in rap or hip hop, but other genres of music, like say R&B or go-go.
I'm not there yet, but man, Ozzy Brothers is crazy. Like they have so many
You grew up
hits.
listening to Ozzy Brothers?
Yeah, and you'll hear so many samples and music from Ozzy Brothers of people taking their songs, and it's amazing. I really like The Dream. The Dream is amazing. Ashanti is amazing. Ashanti wrote for a lot of people. Some people don't even know that. Like that. I forgot which one it was though, but it's this joint with J-Lo. It really was a Ashanti record. And there is a J-Lo record that is really Ashanti's voice, but you see J-Lo.
They do a sample?
No, like J-Lo, Ashanti sung it, but they portray it as J-Lo performance it. But Ashanti's an amazing songwriter. And
really? Who else is a great songwriter for you that really...
Tame Impala, and Tame Impala too, which is Kevin, but he's like a one band man, and it's a great I don't even know how to classify it like alternative rock, but he makes the beat and he writes the lyrics. Amazing.
So some of these are writers and producers.
Well, Tame Impala is.
Yeah. Who is that?
It's so many people though.
Because I know earlier you said you weren't really into categories per se.
No, and like see Tame Impala I named, that's not hip hop, that's not R&B. But it's great music, great music, and yeah, he's tight. He's just amazing. I hope I work with him one day. Like he's amazing.
I'm sure that you will. Now you named old school Ozzy Brothers. Who else from back in the day had influenced you as a young person coming up in R&B? Now you talking about sampling. Now they used to sample James Brown to death.
Word, yeah, and he gives a lot of expression. Like I know he. When you talk about James Brown, he definitely inspired a lot of hip hop for you to just rage and like just speak it out. I mean, how expressive he was, and just speaking from the heart. And I think when you listen to hip hop or R&B right now and rap, it's like that's why it's the top of the top. And to this, I know a couple years ago it wasn't like this, but I feel like it's literally popular music. It's pop culture now, and it's because
it's crossing over.
it speaks to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's
sound
not
like-
bubble gummed, it's not watered down, and that's what James was like. He just spoke
To
and
everybody.
did, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
did it how he felt. Or,
There was back in the day. There was Motown. Then there was James Brown. Okay, a legend unto itself. But speaking of go-go is. I mean. one
oh
of my
yeah, go-go was always there because it's home, you know.
Yeah, that's hometown there.
Go-go always
Well,
was the bounce. New Impressions, that's my favorite band in the world. It's a kind of a
They
younger
go-go?
band too. Yeah.
Okay.
New Impressions is actually like is one of those ones like
Mhm.
as far as the younger bands that's still very popping and everything.
Yeah.
Like
You like
it's
the-
still in the I think in the ranks with Backyard,
You like
with
the-
Reaction, with you know what I'm saying, Essence and them. Like New Impressions
They've been around,
is
yeah. What
my
about
favorite band ever.
What about Belladonna?
Belladonna.
Yeah, the female group.
I'm not familiar. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna pose
Oh,
up
yeah.
here. and
Oh no,
just be-
no, yeah.
But that's
I
dope
like
though.
them. Yeah, I like them. They dope, man. Really. Speaking of go-go, I'm gonna share a piece as a tribute to the Godfather of go-go. The Godfather of go-go, Chuck Brown, 1936 to 2012. Chuck Soul Searching Bustin' Loose Brown is the undisputed godfather of the go-go sound. As the brightest star on the go-go walk of fame, you gave the homegrown group a national name. The way you wind me up, I know it's your pleasure. And as DC's national son, native son, you're a national treasure. You put the trouble and the funk for all to see. As the godfather of go-go and the first degree. As the rare essence of what go-go's around, you put the host in the house of the DC sound. Latin rhythms, jazz, soul, and a non-stop beat are the roots of go-go with a call and response from the street. If it ain't got the go-go groove, it don't mean a thing. If it ain't funky enough to have the go-go swing. As an indigenous icon of classic go-go soul, you have a feel for the music that never grows old. Through Experience Unlimited, as a music masterman, you are the great godfather of go-go all over the land. You put the soulful funk in it for all to see. As the godfather of go-go in the first degree. P.S. Show you right. As Chuck would say. Did Chuck have an influence on you as well as a
I'm
go-go?
gonna be honest.
Mhm.
No, I
You
didn't
didn't?
grow up listening to him.
But you knew about it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mom loves Chuck Brown.
So yeah, that was like your mom and dad generation.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but that's what I'm saying. Like I came up in a little different generation. I lived Backyard, New Impressions, Reaction, Rare Essence. But I
But
didn't
Chuck influenced
I
all of
didn't-
them.
I know,
Yeah.
and it was.
Yeah.
But then from what I hear too, it was also other people too that influenced. You know what I'm saying? Him
Well,
and
I
the
mean-
whole sound of it in
Well,
general.
before-
but I didn't necessarily, to be honest with you, I didn't
Yeah.
listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But before there was Chuck doing go-go, there was Chuck Brown and the Soul Churches who were doing, R&B and top 40 early on.
I mean, I saw a documentary on Go-Go, and the things that they were showing me from the live performance, it was like some clips of live performances with Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Wow.
Dope. I just
At the
didn't
Capitol Center.
I don't know where it was, but
Yeah.
it was like that just to see all those instruments on stage and the way they was grooving, the way they was doing their thing. And even though I didn't listen to them, if I'm somewhere else, like I remember I was in South by Southwest,
Okay.
and this is years ago, and this just lets you know like you need to always work different avenues and just do what you need to do to get where you want to go.
Yes.
Certain things you do gotta say no to, but you gotta understand there's gonna be different things that take you there. But I was working for Fader at Fader for South by Southwest, and they were setting up and everything, all the equipment on stage. But they started playing Chuck Brown, and this is in Austin, Texas.
What?
And I
Which
was
one of
hyped
Chuck's?
as shit. I was like, yeah, like that's home right there.
hometown
Like
there.
that's all right. It
That's
made
around the way.
even though it's not necessarily like, cause there is definitely a difference from older go-go to like, you know what I'm saying,
To the newer
go-go. And right now it's kind of like you're not even getting newer go-go at this present day. So when I'm talking about newer go-go, I'm probably talking about like 09, 06.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That still feels, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to this
It's
day.
good.
But no matter what, when I hear it, it's home, and so
And
I
it has-
appreciate it.
It has
And,
that home vibe to it. Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Wow, that's beautiful that you would say that. Now, for a young songwriter to get into the business, young songwriter, is it more difficult now, say, than it was before, or it depends, like everything else, depends on who you know and what you know?
I don't think time. I don't think time reflects the artist or the way they create, as far as like writing. Maybe it. I think this time right now, I could say for people who want to jump into the industry, they have way more opportunity than people did definitely
Before,
like 10
yeah.
years ago
Mhm.
with technology.
It's
and
changing.
Yeah, you can really do it yourself, and you don't have to.
That's what I want to ask you. How much has technology really played a part?
Oh, technology helped me a whole lot.
Wow.
I've met so many people
Me too.
off of social media and Instagram from just the biggest of big artists that's like right now in the charts. Like I met Kehlani. Me and Kehlani are good people. I just FaceTimed her when I was in LA, which was just Tuesday. I was just out there.
You performed in LA?
No, I didn't perform in LA. I just had meetings and was shooting videos. But when I was out there, like I FaceTimed her and she picked up. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of reached out, and we got to find each other before Kehlani popped. Now Kehlani is like she's like that, like she's a big ass artist, and it's inspiring to see Lil Uzi. He's a multi-platinum artist. I met him through Instagram. So many people. I met people that I just met this young brother who's not necessarily a musician. He's called Curry Goat. He's an amazing painter.
Wow.
Yeah, he's an
I love
amazing
that.
painter in London, and
Wow.
I'm a fan, and I can't wait to meet him. But I just found him off of Instagram, and like right now he's not. I don't know how big. I don't even look at his following. He got following, but like
through Instagram.
it's going. I hope one day it even gets way bigger because he's an amazing brother with that paintbrush. So like. Instagram been my biggest thing to connect with people, but like all those different platforms just help people be able to reach and talk to one another
From around the world with the new technology.
and you could just connect, and you could actually like hit a whole different target demographic.
What about the technology, like in the recording studio? How does that process work for you? First question. How does the writing process work for you before we get to the studio?
It just depends. I write a lot in my car.
Really?
Yeah, so I like play music.
Why in your car?
Because I'm always driving. Like,
You do that while you're driving?
huh?
You don't do that while you're driving.
Yeah, I play the beat, and then I
So you're thinking in your head while you're driving?
No, I'll rap out loud, and if I find something I like, I'll remember it. Like, and that's the same thing with writing. Sometimes, like, I record everything myself. So like, I set up the mic, I might punch it in, I might just press it and just keep going. I might like 8 bars. I might like, you know what I'm saying, and then I just fill in the next one. And but I honestly I don't write it all the time on paper. Majority I kind of like speak out loud and just speak how I feel. And when I'm having fun and don't think too much, it's like a lot of fun. But sometimes I be critical and it can make the process mad longer or whatever. Like I might like something I say, but I want to reconstruct it to make it like this other type of metaphor, this, that, and the third. But sometimes you really just need to go with how you feel and just
Sometimes
enjoy
it just come down on you.
Just enjoy that moment. Just enjoy it and just keep, letting it flow. Don't like think, over critical about it. Like because sometimes you might think so much of the line and the way you you want to word it, you lose a flow or rhythm of it.
But that part of the writing is rewriting, though.
Oh yeah, rewriting is there too. Sometimes I just make a melody
You
and
go
then
back.
like I fill in the blank. Like I might just make the melody behind, like the melody of it, of where I want to go, and then I'm like, okay, that's what I want to say. Then I go into it like that, cause melody is everything. You might not say the words, you might just hum it. You know what I'm saying?
It happens too. Yeah.
I think vocalists, as far as like singers, they're so powerful because they just carry it a long while. Sometimes people definitely write words and everything, but people sing a lot that don't even sing. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
It's just
Like,
like
sing and rap?
it's the melody though that catches it.
There's some artists that sing and rap.
Yeah, that's becoming
On
a
the
big thing, whatever. I've done it a few times. That's the melodic rap they call it. Some hip hop heads don't really like it, but they gotta understand that's music.
That's music too, yeah.
Yeah, that's music.
Now you've been on some other artists, on with some other artists' records.
Yeah, I've been working with quite a few different artists right now as a current, but like probably like 2 years.
What's that like?
Well, it's It's cool. I mean, I could say right now because I'm still like back home. I've been moving around a lot, but lately it's just been them sending records over, and then I record it and then just send back what I do.
Oh, you do your part and then send it back.
I just did some work with Juice from Flatbush Zombies. I just did work with Brick Candy. But as of before that, I've been really focusing on myself. Years before that, you might have heard me on like Gold Link album, and like I'm like the prayer on the Gold Link album. You can hear it on their big record, Crew with him. Gold Link, Brent Fire, Shy Glizzy. If you watch the video, I'm the prayer in the beginning.
A little feedback here.
Yeah, I've been hearing it the whole time.
Yeah. So he'll straighten it up. But the other thing, there was an artist who you were with, who's was nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Gold Link. Gold Link. Yeah, he's from the area. Shy Glizzy's from DC as well. Brent Fire is from the area, and they have a big record called Crew. But which was on Gold Link's album, What a Cause. And my feature is a prayer. And basically, you hear it at the very end of his album as the outro of the song called Prayer. But if you watch that video, which is like over 100 million views on YouTube, the prayer begins the video. Wow. Yeah, it's a big hit. You've definitely heard it, Danny.
Wow. I heard it and I probably didn't know who it was.
Yeah, it's definitely, and I think that song is definitely going to last for many years. They did their thing with their verses and rapping, but I gotta give it to Brent Fire when I talk about vocalists. You know what I'm saying? That hook is so contagious. That's why it's gonna be around for many years to come.
That hook is everything, ain't it? You gotta have a great hook.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. Like, he really bring that R&B feel to it that we haven't heard in a long time. And
so he brings all that together with the rap and the hip hop.
Well, I just named 3 different brothers. You got to catch up.
I'm saying different artists do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's artists, but these artists necessarily did, their own individual thing.
Okay.
Gold Link rapped, Brent Fire sung, Shy Glizzy rapped.
Yeah.
So they all brought their own different things, and yeah, they didn't necessarily like Gold Link was rapping and singing. He rapped, you know what I'm saying? And then Brent Fire
they all know each other.
Well, I'm pretty sure they all from the area, and it's a big record for. It's the biggest record right now for the area.
But artists having a big record all over, that helps everybody in that genre, though, doesn't it?
It does. That's why.
I mean, people up and coming like yourself.
I'm real grateful, especially like the person who owns that song, which is his song, Gold Link. He put on a lot for the area or whatever. He gave me the opportunity to be able to be on that album, and he brought other people in too.
How'd that feel though, knowing that you could be a part of it?
I didn't have no expectations about being a part of it. I didn't even know. He just asked me to come through, and then he was like, "Yeah, can you do this prayer?" And I was like, "Okay." Yeah. And I didn't know if it was going to make it or anything. I didn't know what he was going to do with it. But because I know he makes so much music and so much great different things. And it's not even necessarily music. I'm just saying a prayer on it. It's just my voice really on it. Like, it's not that I'm rapping, just so everyone knows. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I was there the same night. Him and Little Dude Luciano had did their feature, which is on the album too.
Little Luciano?
That's what he called himself. He called himself Little Dude or Little Dude Luciano, but he brought a lot of people from the area to create that sound, and that's kind of, he uses the influence of the DMV and go-go culture. That's like the theme of the album. But I think it's very powerful what he did, and that's one of those things I was talking about earlier about like with the young ladies. You got to bring each other up, and we're going to move stronger together, and